too, so I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. I created the name SassyBlack because I wanted it to sound like I could be a Star Wars or Star Trek character, like a science fiction character, X-Men character, a warrior princess like Xena or something, like a blaxploitation character. So I wanted to sound like a lot of fictional characters, like very empowered too. It made me feel like Foxy Brown or Storm. It's like all those things kind of like pushed together to be SassyBlack. I'm loving, but I'll give you a little sass, and then I'm always black. It's just always. But really, I'm getting sick of it, and you be acting. Hi, I'm SassyBlack, and you're watching Band in Seattle. Yeah.
Tonight on Band in Seattle, psychedelic electronic soul songstress and producer SassyBlack, recorded live at Victory Studios. Band in Seattle. Uncover the music that moves you.
Lately, I've been feeling lower than the ground. My name is SassyBlack, and when I'm not singing or producing, you can find me knitting or searching through yarn at Joann's. I've been working through this sadness. At times, it leaves me paralyzed. Realistically, when I think of you, I realize I need to cut all ties. I have been writing songs since I moved to Seattle in 1997. That's when I first wrote my first song. I think I was at a post office with my mom and my older brother, and we're in the car. We just got back in, and I was like, hey, guess what? I wrote a song. And they're like, okay. I was like, let me sing it to you. And then I started singing this weird love song. I don't know anything about love. I just turned 10. I put myself through this traumatic mess. Your mess is easier than mine. My whole family loves music. I have two brothers. We grew up listening to all kinds of different music. My older brother's a little older than me, so he was hipping me to like A Tribe Called Quest. My dad was like really into like funk and disco music, and my mom's like into like indie rock and guitars and stuff. So listening to like the Beatles and Annie Lennox and Joni Mitchell, but I'm also listening to like Parliament and Prince. So we're listening to like a huge mixture of all kinds of music. Your mess is easier than mine. To dress without no rest, without no loss of peace of mind, without no loss of feeling for mankind. I don't like Hologram Funk was designed by one of my friends. He heard one of my songs, actually the first song that I ever put out, and he's like, yeah, that's like hologram funk. And I was like, oh my God, that's who I am, psychedelic soul, hologram funk. Funk that's there, but only there when you turn it on and you're in a room, right? Because you have to have a holodeck to have a hologram. Not anymore, now you can just screen it onto whatever, but those aren't real holograms, you have to have a holodeck, right? So it's like if you had all that stuff together and you want to put together like this crazy 4D experience, you know what I'm saying? And had a hologram funk show. You pull up my program and you'd be like, yeah, sassy. I had to keep my comments under control. I don't know where to go. Games is from New Black Swing, my new album, and it was the first single. And so it's like my baby, and it was like one of the solidifying songs that I was like, this is gonna be a good record. I tried to keep it laid back, lessen up the attack, so I could be with you, but now I don't know what to do. Why
solo is totally different than being in a group. And I've been in so many groups over the years, like since I was 18. Touring becomes much simpler to an extent. Just doing one wake-up call, right? It's just me. Wake up, or wake up. When you travel with people, you tend to stay in with each other, right? Because it's like a pack mentality. And so you don't really like stretch out as much as you might if you're by yourself. So for me, I'm like stretching all the way out, making friends with people on the plane, at the airport, the bus station, at the restaurant. And now I've just made a bunch of new friends in like Italy and Spain. And like, it's a whole different experience, like being a solo artist, even just like from creation to traveling to booking, all this other stuff. And at the end of the day, it's just me checking in with myself to be like, do you want to do this? Let me think. Do you want to do this? I don't know. Do you want to do this? Yeah, probably.
Love is on the run. You tied me up with your lies. Over and over and over I cry. I guess our love is on the run. Love is on the run. Love is on the run.
I am starting this Kickstarter because I am going on tour this fall, 2017, but I need your help. Everything I do comes out of my own pockets. Normally, I don't ask for help for a lot of things because I'm a Black queer woman and I feel like this is how we have been trained to be. We're trained to be very strong and very empowered as well as emotional and not ask for help. For me to break that cycle in my own personal life, here I am asking for help. It's just more of a learning experience, right? Because you have to be like so vulnerable and open to be like, hey everyone, yes, I'm out here doing a lot of things. However, I still need money. Would you like to give me some money? When I was designing a Kickstarter, I was like, everything, all these different rewards on it are just like an advertisement of like all the different skills I have. I could teach you a workshop, or we could hang out and you could pick my brain, or I could make you a beat. Before any of that, I was like, I do a lot of things, you know? And there's like things I had to leave off because I do too much. I was like, I could knit you a hat. I'm like, is that relevant? But it's fascinating. So I've just been learning a lot about myself and how to communicate, and then learning what my community looks like. And it's a little larger than I expected.
See, anybody talk to themselves like past, present, future tense? I was like, go future Sassy, okay, this is what we got planned for you. And then when I have extra money in my jacket, I'll be like, ooh, past Sassy, that's cute. That's cute. You got extra $5. We're gonna get that bag of chips today and maybe a Hostess cupcake. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody got excited. You know about that Hostess cupcake. I mean, Cupcake Royales, I'm like, cute. Gluten-free and all that healthy stuff, but I'm like, give me a good pre-packaged cupcake. I can put it in my freezer from Hawaii. Everything melted in Hawaii, so you put everything good and delicious and chocolatey in a freezer. Secrets.
Comedy is definitely a part of my profile. I am very satirical. I watch a lot of comedy. Like, I grew up watching like Martin, Living Single, and Living Color, Saturday Night Live, and Seinfeld, and Frasier, right? So like I have like a lot of different kinds of comedic elements to my style, and like some of it's like incredibly dry. It kind of just started coming out as a defense mechanism, as most comedy does, because I'm like, oh, I'm on stage by myself, and they were like, what is that? And I was like, I don't know, but let's keep going. Let's pretend that didn't happen, you know?
Come dancing, come dancing, come dance in my personal sunlight. Come dancing, come dancing, come dance in my personal sunlight.
Dance in my personal sunlight is funny because it was at like a really sad time in my life, so I was trying to tear myself out, being like, you have light in you, let's dance around. And then it actually cheers me up every time I sing it.
Come dancing, come dancing, come dance in my personal sunlight. Come dancing, come dancing, come dance in my personal sunlight. Come dancing, come dancing, come dance in my personal sunlight. Come dancing, come dancing, come dance in my personal sunlight. I confused you. I invite you to come and enjoy my sunlight. I invite you to come
After the break, lots more to uncover about SassyBlack.
When like Napster existed, right? When Napster and LimeWire were like the jam, I went nuts.
I'm the thriller, 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 thriller. I'm the thriller, 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 thriller.
Thriller Game Healer was something very experimental to me, and I really loved how the song came out, and I named it Thriller because I love Michael Jackson, and I wanted to be associated with him. I mean, I have like 2 Michael Jackson tattoos. I have like this red Thriller tattoo, and I have another one on my leg.
Words you wish to speak, I champion the mild and meek, the strong and sweet and petite of mine. I am the thriller, 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 thriller. I'm the thriller, 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 thriller. And soon you'll see about the thrill in me. I'm the thriller.
Well, you know, my songwriting process is, it varies really, like it depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I always sing songs. I might not be like singing real lyrics, but I'm like, like, you know, like walking, I'm like, okay, cool, I got this like weird thing. It turns into like some weird abstract sounding thing, and then I translate it to a beat. But if I'm not doing that, I tend to, when I go to my production software, to start with a drum beat, because that's like my hardest thing. It's difficult, you know, like I can sing melodies, I can do harmonies, I can do like all kinds of different sounds, but like the percussive foundation, like drummers are necessary.
When I was younger, I moved to Seattle in '97, so 20 years, holler. You feel me? A CD came out in '97. It's called NSYNC. It was literally an NSYNC album called NSYNC. I listened to the album, I was like, this is so tight. You know what they need? They need a 6th member. And that could be me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, do they need like a 13-year-old girl, a 13-year-old black girl, and they're all 5 white boy band? Do they need somebody who's incredibly young, like much younger than them, and could sing those baritone notes? Because I got you, you know what I'm saying? I could teach you all a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to, when I was 13, in middle school, I wanted to cut my hair like NSYNC and dye it a color. Okay, so I'm living out my dreams right now, thinking I'm the 6th member of NSYNC. That would have been really weird if I had applied and they had accepted.
We Used To is funny and bubbly because it includes my favorite part of this NSYNC song that's just so beautiful and lush. To see it come to life and be something that everyone's like, this song is so special to me, it just lights up my life.
Ooh, I remember I used to love you tender. I remember, but now I don't.
When like Napster existed, right? When Napster and LimeWire were like the jam, I went nuts. I searched every like special edition Japan and UK thing. I had like all these weird demos by NSYNC because everyone's computers were just open, right? Somewhere on a hard drive, I have like all these really weird NSYNC demos of like How Deep Is Your Love and More Than a Feeling. Yeah, I have a bunch of weird secret NSYNC songs and a bunch of weird Michael Jackson songs too. Stuff that they would like probably never want anyone to hear.
I know about the boy band song, because I left something for that creepy old dude to do, you know what I'm saying, with a deep voice. He couldn't sing, but he could drive him around, so he got to be in the band. And he had always something weird to say like, hey girl, you were special to me in my world. I was your king, you was my queen, and we had everything. But now, we're apart, and you've really broken my heart. You know, you had so much class, and I'm definitely gonna miss that. Ooh, I remember I used to love you tender. I remember,
When we come back, we'll learn a whole lot more about SassyBlack.
I'll wait for you.
If I could have anyone cover it, I would definitely have Erykah Badu, Shaka Khan, Queen Latifah, and Missy Elliott. Because that'd be crazy. Like, I don't even know. I don't even have no answers.
Could you be my new boo? I sense potential within you.
New boo is funny. It's just a satire on wanting to date somebody and you're just like looking for a new boo. It's like, that's not even real. That's not a real relationship, like a new boo. It seems so flimsy. It's just like, I'm looking for someone for now. It just seems like so tiny, and that's exactly what I was going for in the lyrics.
Could you be my new boo? I sense potential within you. Could you be my new boo? From the way that you walk to the way that you groove, I'm feeling you, and you're super smooth. Sensing a hesitation in your voice. I'm here for pleasure. Remember, it's your choice. Waiting on your consent.
I think it's important to be internationally known and globally known because Seattle is special to me. And I know there are other special places in the world for me. Like, I found that in Lisbon. I found that in Milan and Palermo. I think it's important to expand that because then I will also learn more about myself. I learn a lot about myself through touring and through playing in these different countries and different cities. And when you're in these other countries and these other places where people don't see a lot of music like the music I create, that changes like a lot of your perspective. And I feel like it's rejuvenating. That's really why people get to be doing it forever and sustainability of it. Because if you keep feeding music in the same area that you grew up and you know, like they get used to that. They're already used to that stuff, you know? So it's like very important to like spread your music outside of your comfort zone.
I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. I see you trying to hustle, trying to bustle, trying to get up out the struggle, and I know it's real tough for me too. So I'll wait for you.
If I could have anyone cover it, I would definitely have Erykah Badu, Shaka Khan, Queen Latifah, and Missy Elliott. Because that'd be crazy. Like, I don't even know. I don't even have no answers. I'm just gonna have to make like the funkiest song so that they'd be like, that song, I should do that song. And I'm like, yeah.
I want you to pull up. Why must I need you? And I want you to need me too. In closing your arms.
This is a bizarre goal of mine. I love it though. It's like, I wanna be able to get myself and my family and friends into any venue in the world. But I wanna be like, I'm in Australia and you wanna go to Madison Square Garden. And I'm like, psh, whatever. Send an email, a text message, or a call, and then you're in there. That would be insane, just to be able to get into any venue at any time with leisure, you know, and be like, there's always gonna be like a pair of tickets for Sassy.
We're going to the Comic-Con, the Emerald City Comic-Con. We're going to the Comic-Con, and we're dressing like Klingons on our way to the Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, I made this really weird beat. But it sounded like I was on a spaceship. It made me feel like I was floating through space in a spaceship. And then that's what space sounds like, right? Like if you hit it at a certain speed or in a certain neighborhood, this is what it sounds like. And then I was like, Comic-Con. I've never been to Comic-Con. I'd like to go. Well, what would I tell someone? How would I convince somebody to go to Comic-Con with me? Is that even like a cute date? Like, would someone go with me? And then I was like, well, let's imagine that that was the case, that somebody you've been dating long enough, they're willing to go to Comic-Con with you. That means like, you must be really serious about them to tell them that you want to go to Comic-Con. And then they must be serious about you to actually go and dress like a Klingon, because that's like the most difficult thing to dress like. Like, I'm talking about like Voyager Deep Space Nine level, like not the first edition, like where they're just kind of putting on masks. I'm talking about like where they have somebody like carving crazy crevices in to put this big old massive thing on.
You don't have to shape for me, so long you can deal with my Bajoran strategy. Engage me, I'll set my phasers to start. You're quite the stunning one, son of a gun. Live long and prosper, baby. Live long and prosper, baby. Beam me up, Scotty. Live long and prosper.
My name is SassyBlack. I'm the queen of the fanny pack, and that is a fact.
To uncover more of the music that moved you tonight, go to bandinseattle.com, where you can learn more about SassyBlack and watch her full concert. Tune in next week to uncover more music that moves you on Band in Seattle.